Hi, I'm Jo from the London Nutritionist, and I'm also the author of the low-fad diet, and today I'm going to be making one of the recipes from my book Bolognese. Now, I'm not going to be using any scales today. I'm going to be showing you how to make a recipe using your hands as measures. Now, I'm going to start with the mince now. Now, I want this to be a complete meal. Once it's got the pasta with it, I want it to be enough for everything without having to serve anything with it, so I can just get going on a weekday evening. I can just serve it and now I don't have to make a salad or anything to go with it. So Bolognese is brilliant because it has all of the elements. So once you put it with the pasta, you've got some carbohydrates, you've got some protein from the minced beef, and you've got plenty of vegetables in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 6 portions of mince into here. So I know that each portion of the final bolognese that I'm making will serve six people with a complete meal. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hands and I'm going to look for a palm size measure. And roughly what that means is doing it roughly the size of a burger, but you can measure it against your hand. Until you're getting your eye in, this is what I would do. So it's roughly about the same size as my palm, and it's also roughly about the same thickness as well, and that just goes into the pan. Now I'm going to do 5 more of those. And it doesn't have to be exact. You know, I'm not weighing anything here. 6. And then the rest of that mince I'll just save. I'll put it in the freezer and do something else with it. I'm just going to give this a bit of a stir. We want to break up all of the mince. You can probably hear it sizzling away. So we're just going to break it all up and get it browned on all sides. Now you can hear it's all sizzling away and it's getting nice and brown now. So once the meat turns this colour, it's kind of cooked. Okay, so that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to get it brown, and it will be ready to mix with the vegetables. So I'm going to get these vegetables chopped. Now I'm making a bolognese for probably 6 portions all in, so I'm going to put roughly 12 handfuls of vegetables in. Now I've got mushrooms, celery, onion and carrots here, but I've also got a couple of tins of tomatoes that are going in. So I'm going to measure the portion of vegetables by the size of my handful. So I'm sure you can hear these sizzling over here. I've got my carrots, my onions and my celery in there. I'm just going to give them a bit of a stir. And now I'm going to put the lid on and let them soften. Okay, so we're back here. I'm just going to check these vegetables. Oh, lots of steam coming out. Great, so that's looking really good. I'm going to put the mushrooms in now. So I think we're ready to put the mince with it now. And we'll just give that a bit of a stir, and I'm going to add in the tomatoes. Now I'm going to add a stock cube in here as well. Now these are pretty high in salt, but actually because I'm making it for 6 portions, when it works out per portion it's really not very much at all. And I'm not putting in any other salt, so this is just going to give it an extra bit of flavour. And this is a beef stock cube. And I'm going to add as well some tomato puree. Just going to squeeze a bit in. I never bother measuring it. Sometimes it's more tomatoey than others, and that's fine. And then as we cook this, the stock cube will dissolve, and I'll come back and give it a stir in a bit. I'm just going to leave this to simmer. Now I'm just going to put the garlic in now. I like to put the garlic in towards the end of cooking because I really like that fresh garlicky taste. Now I got 6 portions in here, and I really like it to taste garlicky, so I'm going to put in 3 cloves of garlic, but you can do however many you like. As you'll have seen from this recipe, it's not about getting exact portions at all. It's much more about just chucking in whatever you've got to hand. So I am not a purist when it comes to cooking at all. An authentic bolognese this may not be, but it's really nutritious and it's really tasty. And it uses up all the leftover ingredients I've got in the fridge too. this is pretty much done. Now, it's the middle of the day, so there's nobody here to eat this now, but that's all right because spaghetti bolognese or bolognese is one of the best things you can make for make-ahead dinners. So I'm just going to turn this off and leave it, and actually what will happen is as it cools and sits there, the flavours will meld together even well. So it's a really good one for reheating later on. And remember, we've got everything we need in here once the pasta goes with it. So there's probably about 12 or 14 handfuls of vegetables in here. We've got 6 portions of minced beef. And then when we have it with a fist-sized portion of pasta, and obviously the cheese, you're going to put some cheese on it, it will be a complete meal. So there's no need to serve any salad or anything else with it. It can be portioned up and put in the freezer, or you can eat it all straight away. Thanks for visiting my channel. I'd love to see you back again, so please subscribe, like the video if you found it useful, and please leave me any comments and suggestions in the box below.